Good morning, Whittier. I'm Iris Dominguez.
And I'm Brandon Winstead. And welcome to WETV.
And welcome to WETV. Well, I'm sure you've heard the news by now that we will not be returning to school this year.
Yeah, I'm bummed.
But that doesn't mean we should just sit around playing video games all day and eating junk food.
No, that's not good for your brain. You should continue working on schoolwork. Check with your teacher to see what assignments you can work on from home.
Yeah, Mr. Peckham has several assignments for me to work on. Also, you can pick up a packet of work on Wednesday at the school.
Absolutely. Now, speaking of teachers, we've got a few more teachers here that want to share a message. Let's hear what they have to say.
What's up, Whittier? Mrs. Cole here, just taking my daily walk. Wondering what you guys have been up to. Miss you all and hope to see you soon.
Hi, Whittier. Coming at you live from the newborn house. I hope everybody is finding themselves well and keeping occupied. We over here are trying our best to keep busy. I've personally have been doing a lot of spring cleaning. I've been making sure to take walks every day around the neighborhood. Molly and I have been doing schoolwork. Let's see, what else have we done? For myself personally, I like to draw. I even brought my little sketchbook to show you one of my drawings there. So when I'm bored, this keeps me busy. My kids yesterday just did some tie-dyeing. They did it outside. Trust me, that's where you want to do it. Our driveway looks tie-dyed now as well. But here's Molly's shirt. I was quite proud of her. And my oldest daughter also. But even my son got into this one. He liked tie-dyeing as well. Let's see, if you can't think of any ideas or you're bored and not sure what to do, the 99-cent store has lots of cool crafts. I've gotten many for Molly to do. And cross-stitching is another thing my oldest daughter is enjoying doing. So baking, cooking, and of course reading. Make sure to read. Anyways, that's all I've got for you. Take care, Whittier.
Well, thank you, teachers. We sure miss you too.
Hey, Brandon, let's go ahead and recite the Pledge of Allegiance. Wherever you are, go ahead and stand for the pledge. Place your right hand over your heart. Ready, begin. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Please remain standing for the Whittier Wildcat Pledge. Ready? Begin. I am a Whittier scholar. I am respectful. I am responsible. I am safe. And I always do my best, and I strive for excellence.
Thank you. You may be seated.
So, Iris, do you remember our April survival skill?
Yes, I do. It's showing respect, and before you ask, I am doing a great job of showing respect to my parents.
That's good, Iris. Well, this week, let's do a little trivia. Are you up for that?
Sure, Brandon.
Okay, let's get started. Here are the 4 steps. Step 1. Obey a request to stop a negative behavior. Step 2. Do not tease or make fun of others. Step 3. Ask for permission before using someone's property. And step 4. Treat others the way you'd like to be treated.
We'll show you 4 videos. Your job is to guess which step the video represents. Let's see the first video.
No, Charlie bit me. And that really hurt.
Okay, can you guess which video this represents?
I'm guessing it's step 4. Treat others the way how you want to be treated. Charlie was not being nice to his brother.
That's correct.
Awesome. Let me show you this video.
Those little honky, get a dog.
Y'all best cut it out! The stars at night are dull and dim whenever they have.
I'm guessing that's step 2. Do not tease, threaten, or make fun of others.
That's correct. Check out this next video.
Please, quiet! Is this any way to behave? Can we show a little decency and form a neat single file line in front of the register?
Oh, that's simple. It's step 1. Obey a request to stop a negative behavior. Well, it looks like we've only got one step left. Check out this video for step 3. Ask permission before using another person's property.
Here you go. 52 big ones.
Well, I hope if anyone ever wants to borrow my super shrink ray, they'll ask first.
Definitely.
For our joke of the week, let's head over to Dia.
What letter does every birthday end with? The letter Y. Why did the giraffe get bad grades? Because her head was in the clouds.
Thanks for those jokes. Now, Mrs. Johnson has something she wants to share with us.
Good morning, Whittier. It's Mrs. Johnson here in the lovely lockdown situation that I'm in at home. Hope you guys are all safe and cozy in your homes as well. I'm here today because Mrs. Good Story and Mrs. Bradshaw inspired me to do a read aloud online with you guys through WETV. So the book that I selected today is one of my favorite books. It was published in 1981 when I was 6 years old. So you can do the math and figure out how old I am now. This is a book of poetry. I will not be reading the entire book, but I will be reading some of my favorite poems. The book is called A Light in the Attic, written and illustrated by Shel Silverstein. So he wrote and drew the pictures that are in this book. It was published by HarperCollins, and HarperCollins has given us temporary permissions to do read-alouds from their published book online due to school closures. So thank you, HarperCollins, for that. And here we go with a few of my favorite poems. The first one is called Put Something In. I hope you can see the pictures, but if not, maybe you can imagine a picture in your head. Try to visualize. Here we go. Put something in. Draw a crazy picture, write a nutty poem, sing a mumble-gumble song, and whistle through your comb. Do a loony-goony dance, cross the kitchen floor, put something silly in the world that ain't been there before. I wonder what that means. I think it's kind of telling us just to have fun and just go out of your norm, take a risk, do something silly. Now's the time to do it. Okay, the next poem reminds me of my mom and dad. and me as a little kid because I was not the most organized child. And this poem that I'm going to read is called A Messy Room. So sorry, Mom and Dad, but every kid is a little messy sometimes. Messy Room. Whosoever room this is should be ashamed. His underwear is hanging on the lamp. His raincoat is there in the overstuffed chair, and the chair is becoming quite mucky and damp. His workbook is wedged in the window. His sweater's been thrown on the floor. His scarf and one ski are beneath the TV, and his pants have been carelessly hung on the door. His books are all jammed in the closet. His vest has been left in the hall. A lizard named Ed is asleep in his bed, and his smelly old sock has been stuck to the wall. Whosoever room this is should be ashamed. Donald or Robert or Willie or... Huh? You say it's mine? Oh dear, I knew it looked familiar. So I don't know if you can see in the pictures, but we have the robe. It looks like some kind of musical instrument. Mrs. Savon would have to tell me what that's called. Binoculars, silly glasses with the big nose. But my room, always a mess when I was little. Kind of feel bad for my parents, but I grew up. I'm out. They have a clean room now.
Thanks, Mrs. Johnson. I love poems. Mrs. Johnson will be back on next week to share some more.
Now we've received this special video from Ichabod. Let's see what he's up to at school.
Me see that virus. Me stop it so kids can come back to school. Good job, Ichabod. You tracked down the virus and stopped it. Good detective work. Thank you. Do this mean kids can come back to school now? Unfortunately, the virus is in more places than one. We need to stop it by staying away from school right now. Ah! Okay, sorry kids. Me try. Thanks for your help, Ichabod. Now, put on your mask so you don't get sick. Ah! Okay, thanks, officer.
Cool. Thanks for trying to stop the virus, Ichabod. Speaking of viruses, we wanted to tell you about the 5 ways to try to avoid the coronavirus. Step 1.
Step 1.
You will
want to wash your hands often, so wash them every 20 to 30 minutes, or use hand sanitizer.
Step 2. Cough into your elbows.
Step 3. If you don't want to get sick, don't touch your face.
Step 4. Stay 6 feet away from other people.
And the last one, if you feel sick, stay home. This virus is very deadly. So please follow these instructions.
Well, that wraps up for this week's broadcast. Thanks for watching WeTV. Have a
Have a
fantastic day.
fantastic day and enjoy What's Up Whittier
Look
coming
forward
up
to
right
coming
now.
up right now.
Please